Welcome to MetalVice and 666. I'm one of your hosts, Karen, joined by my other host,
Brian.
And Brian, what are we going to talk about?
This is another concert poster video, and we're going to talk about the Whitechapel poster.
Yes, we are.
Let's start the timer. Okay, so this is, as we said, Whitechapel. We got this at the Trivium show. Trivium headlined. They opened for Trivium.
Yes. Yep. In 2022.
2022. It's not your standard, whatever the size for the poster is, like the 18 by 24 or whatever it is. This is a smaller poster.
It's like a landscaped paper.
Yep, like a landscape paper. Printer paper almost, like the landscape.
Yeah, the landscape one, yeah.
But it's a little thicker, but not super thick. It's sort of got a glossy tint to it and whatnot, or tone or whatever.
I was going to say kind of like the ones that you got out of magazines.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like the folded
I guess,
ones
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you also brought this up before the show. Very simple design of just Whitechapel, and then what else?
Yeah, so the image is a brain with an eye in it on a saw blade with knives sticking out of it.
Like bolts. I don't think they're knives,
Not knives, sorry, nails.
Nails,
is what I meant to say, not knives. Oh my gosh. Nails. But I really like the black with the simple red Whitechapel at the top, and then like the gray letters and the gray imagery.
Yeah, it's super simple in terms of like what is going on. You have you have an image, you have your name, and then you have your dates. Like not a whole lot more. And then this is also signed. I think we paid like $15.
Yeah, we didn't pay very much. Yeah,
it came signed.
It did come signed. Yeah, we didn't have them sign it. So.
But you brought up the red Whitechapel.
Yeah.
And that sort of led us to the second mat there of red.
Yes, to make that pop.
But originally we wanted to go with a red frame to tie that in.
Yeah.
And we took this to Four-Sided again. That's where we got all of our stuff done so far. Probably we'll get all of our stuff in the future as well.
Unless we ever move from Chicago.
True. But they had like this, they're like, I really want to use this brainy mat. Nobody ever wants to use it.
Frame. Not mat. Yeah.
Frame. Let's try that. And it fits really well.
It does,
Like the waves fit in really well into like the brain folds and whatnot. We're like, yes, let's fucking use this.
Yeah. And they had a red one and a black one.
Yeah, and we tried the red one.
We did, because we thought the red with the Whitechapel and then the red frame, but it was just too much red for the image.
I really wanted the red. I did. Like, I wanted it so bad, and we put it up there, even that little corner square thing we put up there. Like, you could tell it wasn't going to work, but I wanted it. Like, a part of me was like, fuck it. Who cares if it works? Let's just do it.
Yeah.
But we did. I think we made the better choice to go with the black.
Yeah.
It's subtle enough, but also if you're looking at it, it's like, oh, I can see this too. We didn't realize this until we brought this home. We'd actually used this frame before.
Yes, we have.
With the Dead and Company one.
Yes, we have.
There we thought ivy, the lines of the ivy. Here,
like the wavy lines. Yeah.
And I think even when she was putting it together, she calls it the brainy one. We didn't use the red, as you said.
But it's funny because they said at the shop, like, nobody wants to use this.
Yeah.
Like, they always try to sell it. Nobody's using it. Hopefully they don't get rid of it. I don't know.
I hope so, too, because the red one, I think we have a poster that it's going to
use it with.
Fucking perfectly for. Yeah. Like, the red was too much here. This poster I'm thinking about, there's already a fuck ton of red going on that I don't think it's going to deter from it. I think it's going to enhance it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to try that one. That might be the next one we get done.
Yeah, just to get it done. But it's funny that they said nobody wants to use it, and we have two of them.
Right,
now.
Yeah. And we didn't even know that when we did this.
We didn't know until we just brought it home.
Yeah, we're just like, this works perfectly with the brains. Enough, melding and whatnot. I loved it.
It's funny.
And then even the gray primary mat fits so well, I think, with like the signatures and then the gray of the image as well as the text.
Yeah.
I really like how that turned out.
Yeah. And we have a couple of these smaller ones, the smaller posters.
Yep.
And at first, I think Behemoth was the first one that we got.
I think it's the first one we acquired. I think we did Behemoth and this one in the same session.
Yeah. What I meant is like that we
got
that like we were at the concert and got the smaller poster. And I remember thinking like, oh, this is so small. Like, what are we going to do with it? I don't like it small. But in fact, the place that we're living now, like some of these smaller posters really, really work with our wall space. So I think it's fine to have some smaller ones and not always have the standard. I don't even know what the standard poster size is.
Again, I think it's like 18 by 24 inches.
That might be right.
I can't remember for sure, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and this is probably like 8 by 14, 8 by
7.5 inches across the top, probably by like 18, 14 inches, whatever the landscape
whatever it
is.
Yeah, but anyways, my whole thing is like just because it's a smaller poster, I think that it still works very, very well.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when we got the smaller ones. I was like, it's small. What the fuck? This is kind of lame. Everything should be that standard. What I consider the standard concert poster shape and size. But you're right. We have found certain nooks and crannies in our current location where these fit perfectly. It's like, oh shit, that fits so good right there in that little spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree, but I don't know what else about this. Like the text with the dates and the city, it doesn't really show a venue, but at least it's on this date. Here's this venue.
Yeah, and we noticed a lot, especially in 2021 and early 2022. A lot of places either weren't putting dates, or they would just do a standard tour poster with no dates on it. So I'm really glad that we got one with dates on it because we like the dates because we like to be like, oh, yep. Chicago, or if we were in a different city, like whatever city we were in and the date that we were there. So
yeah, and this one was like 10/12 Chicago, Illinois. Like you can look at them and be like, oh shit, all right, that was an October show.
Yeah.
What about the signatures? I'm not the biggest fan necessarily of having signatures. Like I don't care. I used to care when I was younger with like sports memorabilia and whatnot, getting autographs. But eventually I'm like, whatever. There's so much of it. Like the name value doesn't matter because people sign so much shit anyway.
Yeah.
So whatever. But looking at this, I do kind of like the signatures on it because if you take those out, it's just sort of kind of bare up there by the brain.
Yeah, I like this signature better, like where they're positioned, where like Behemoth was also signed that we got, and it's the same size of poster, and some of those signatures bled into the cities.
Well, Behemoth is
it's
much smaller.
Yeah. It is smaller. Yeah, I'm just saying like some of those. I'm saying these signature positions and the color of pen that they chose was really, really good with the poster.
Yes. Yep.
Where Behemoth bled into the cities, and I think it also they used two different color pens.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think it's like gold and
We're
silver.
at time.
Oh, okay.
But okay, I don't remember that, but maybe I agree though. This placement is really good. You're not detracting from the image itself, the name of the band, or the city. So I think it fits really well, like I was saying, and like you were saying. So all in all, I really enjoy this poster.
I like this one too.
It came together really well. The brainy frame fits in so good
with
here.
The red. I don't know. I like the red Whitechapel.
I like that too. There's so much here that I really like, and it's honestly, we took this, we got it done. I was like, this is going to be simple, kind of lame and boring, but I like how this came together.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, that's all for this one.
Yep. Bye.